We faithfully watched the shows, but were bitterly let down by their finales.
I mean, I wouldn't want to get your hopes up.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 disappointing TV show finales.
It was horrible, horrible!
For this list, we're looking at hugely popular and successful shows that managed to have tepid, confusing, or just downright bad conclusions.
Hey, wherever you are.
For dedicated fans, some of these endings were like a slap in the face, especially when there was probably some really juicy fanfiction that would have made for better show wrap-ups.
I swear this hospital is cursed, Daniel.
However, if the finales were later explained away with a movie, they did not qualify.
Maybe there's hope.
And this should go without saying, but spoiler alert.
And that, kids, is How I Met Your Mother.
Number 10, the finale, Seinfeld.
Okay, now listen. I don't want any scenes in here like the last time.
Don't worry, no scenes.
Don't blow this.
I will not blow this.
After 9 seasons of hilarity, 76 million fans tuned in to send off the show about nothing.
It's an act of total disregard. It's selfish.
It's dismissive.
It's pompous.
And many of them were perplexed by the writer's choice to paint the gang as essentially bad people.
Well, there goes the money for the lipo.
Put on trial for, ironically, doing nothing to stop a mugging, the finale featured a veritable parade of fan-favorite minor characters returning to tell off Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer.
I'm trying to give you a moral compass. You have no moral compass. You're gonna walk into that courtroom, and the jury's gonna see a mean, nasty, evil George Costanza.
The show finally ends with the group in jail, sending Seinfeld off with a big screw you to its fans.
All they do is mock me, just like they did the fat fellow. All the time, mocking, all the time.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Haven't we had this conversation before?
You think?
I think we have.
Number 9, Mirror Image, Quantum Leap.
Why did you create Project Quantum Leap, Sam?
To travel in time.
Why did you want to travel through time?
Because I wanted to
To make the world a better place?
After 5 years leaping around in time, trying to put right what once went wrong, Dr. Sam Beckett comes to his most confusing leap yet.
My leap had taken a quantum twist. I no longer knew what was real and what was imagined. And if imagined, whose mind was imagining it? Mine or someone else's?
When he's told he can go home whenever he wants, fans got a glimmer of hope that they might see Sam leap back for good. But thanks to the show's unexpected cancellation after the finale was filmed, they got a far less satisfying conclusion. On-screen text tells viewers that Dr. Beckett continued leaping around forever.
No way will I buy that.
For such an uplifting show, it's a pretty depressing finale.
But instead of starting with Once Upon a Time, let's start with the happy ending.
Number 8, Last Forever, How I Met Your Mother. Many fans were not prepared for this one. The entirety of How I Met Your Mother's final year was devoted to Barney and Robin's wedding. But within the first 15 minutes of the finale, they were divorced.
You guys do not need to pick sides.
Nothing has to change.
No, we've already broken up before, and we've stayed friends, remember?
Need more? Fans had also spent that season getting to know and love Ted's future wife.
Will you?
Yes, you silly
Let me finish. Will you?
Yes! Sorry. Yes.
Will you?
But 5 minutes from the end, she was unceremoniously killed off, allowing Ted to get back with his on-again, off-again love, Robin.
Come on, Dad. Mom's been gone for 6 years now. It's time.
While this move had been planned from the beginning, Last Forever was probably the series' most polarizing episode. Number 7, Made in America, The Sopranos.
What looks good tonight?
I don't know.
Set during an ongoing mob war, this episode was expected by some to end in a violent bloodbath, wherein its star meets his maker.
Meds come in separately. She had to go to the doctor. Switch birth control.
But The Sopranos bucked convention until the very last seconds of Made in America. With the family gathered for a meal and Journey playing on the jukebox, fans waited in anticipation of something. Anything. All they got was a black screen. No last-minute deaths, no questions answered. Though many have since warmed to this ending, at the time, many just thought their cable went out. Number 6. All the Time in the World? Alias.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
What started as a cool spy story somehow transformed into a soap opera-y sci-fi/supernatural romp as seasons progressed, hinting that J.J. Abrams might have trouble ending his mystery stories in the future.
I'm in this until it's over.
This episode saw fan-favorite characters killed, the series' main antagonist struggling with immortality, and Sydney Bristow quitting the biz to live a quiet life as a wife and mother. Which is fine, except it betrayed the badass icon of feminism Sydney had become. Weird, dull, and disappointing, this one was full of questions and few answers.
All of medicine is as confused as we are.
Number 5. The last one, Saint Elsewhere.
Laryngitis? What a challenge. It's a little more complicated than that.
This show's known for two things. It launched Denzel Washington's career, and it had a weird finale.
Every single thing I've done to try to improve it has backfired.
Set in a fictional teaching hospital, Saint Elsewhere followed the trials and tribulations of doctors and interns as they made life or death decisions. However, in the head-scratcher of a final episode, it was revealed that the entirety of the show, including all characters and story arcs, occurred in the mind of an autistic child.
I don't understand this autism thing, Pop.
Creative? Yes. But to fans and critics, this finale seemed like a ridiculous stretch.
I know I'm gonna watch you chase your tails across the universe for another 4 years.
Number 4. Daybreak, Battlestar Galactica.
There's no need to torture yourself, guys. Just trust in God's plan for you.
What is God's plan for me?
With its dedicated following, great storylines, and non-stop action, this was easily one of the best sci-fi franchises on TV at its peak.
Don't spoil your image, just light a cigarette and go and grumble.
Which is why many fans wondered why the finale took a spiritual leap, gave an unsatisfying end to an epic villain, and left so many loose ends. With the crew of the Galactica finally landing on and ultimately colonizing Earth, it's sort of a happy ending.
Earth is a dream.
Sorta. But mainly, explaining everything away with inevitability, cyclicality, and divine intervention just seems like the easy way out.
You know, I've never known you to play the optimist. Why the change of heart?
Mathematics, law of averages. Let a complex system repeat itself long enough, eventually something surprising might occur. That too is in God's plan.
Number 3. Remember the Monsters? Dexter.
But over the years, my eyes adjusted, and I could see. And now what's in focus is my future.
He was the serial killer who killed serial killers, until he wasn't anymore. That's pretty much the finale.
I love you, Deb.
After seeing his sister die and giving her the send-off she deserved, Dex drives his boat into an oncoming hurricane.
I have to protect them from me.
And then, after 8 seasons, some of which were better than others, the creators ended the series not with Dexter getting what's coming to him, and not with Dexter finding a happy life with his son and girlfriend in Argentina, but with Dexter becoming a lonely lumberjack.
Oh, honey, we all barked.
Number 2. Into That Good Night, Roseanne.
Okay, Mark is asking if you want him to score a kick.
No, that's okay. I think I'll just fire up the Harley and take the baby out on her first beer run myself.
This show's finale, and in fact its whole last season, were almost an insult to longtime fans.
Well, you know, everybody prays when stuff's like in crisis, but how many people really pray when stuff's going good?
Roseanne's 9th season showed the Connor family adjusting to life as multi-millionaires after winning the lottery.
I lost Dan last year when he had his heart attack.
But lo and behold, it was merely a drawn-out diary entry from the imagination of the house matriarch to help her cope with her true reality.
My writing's really what got me through the last year after Dan died. I mean, at first I felt so betrayed, as if he had left me for another woman.
Nothing in her life was the way she wanted it, and her husband was dead.
So I began writing about having all the money in the world. And I imagined myself going to spas and swanky New York parties, just like the people on TV, where nobody has any real problems and everything's solved within 30 minutes.
Maybe it worked at the writer's table, but it didn't work for the show's devotees.
I think I'll be a lot better now that this book is done.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I'm sure it'll all work out okay. After all, dinosaurs have been on this earth for 150 million years. And it's not like we're going to just disappear.
But I do think it's better this way. Don't you think?
I do.
I do too. Okay, so you take care of yourself.
You too.
Okay.
Breaks my heart that he wasn't here to see this day.
Number 1, The End, Lost.
Who are you?
I know, you don't understand, Jack.
This is a series finale so polarizing and so disappointing to some, it almost overrode the erratic greatness of J.J. Abrams' popular show.
Yeah, but dude, it was worth it.
With the entire cast in limbo, looking reverently at their lives that could have been, the man in black trying and almost succeeding to destroy that everlasting mystery that is the island, and Jack Shephard ultimately sacrificing himself for its sake, the show twisted itself up into a sloppy, perturbingly messy bow.
I don't understand.
Mainly, the finale left so many unanswered questions, many fans were disgruntled. Do you agree with our list? What TV show ending disappointed you most?
She can do no wrong.
Honey?
Let us get back to you.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I'm gonna blow junk.
Oh, regurgitate.
You got it. I'm out of here.